So, who built the cages, Joe? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Marquita Show podcast, a podcast where I talk about everything from politics to pop culture and everything in between. And if you are not subscribed, you already know. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for post notifications so you get notified every single time I post. So I know you guys checked out the debate. I am a couple days late, but here we are still with something to talk about, something we can touch on. I apologize. Normally I'm on it, but I just wanted to digest the whole thing. There was a lot going on, and I was on Twitter tweeting. And if you do not follow me on my other social media, make sure to do so. Links will be in the description box. So let's get into the meat of this video. So, where did Joe Biden go wrong? There is a couple of things that I want, not a couple, there's several things that I want to address in the aspect of where did Joe Biden go wrong when it came to this debate. The first place he went wrong was talking like a typical politician. And I love how Trump pointed that out. He also addressed the fact that, well, Joe Biden, I saw what you and Obama did. I didn't like it. You're the reason why I ran for president. He said, if you guys did such a good job, I wouldn't even been in the race. But as you can see, Joe did the same thing as he did from the first debate. It's like the talking head. It's like, I'm going to look into the camera and I'm just going to give you this death stare. Like I'm just telling you like, hey, you got to listen to me. And he did something where it was kind of creepy to me. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he was talking about COVID and the deaths. He was like, people are dying. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was a little freaked out. I don't know if you guys did that. He did it a couple times, and I'm glad Trump pointed it out. Stop with the political crap. Talk to us like human beings. Don't feed us this, well, this is what I'm going to do, and da-da-da-da-da. And so he gave off that robot effect, and I don't think America was really feeling that. Number two, which was a big one, he lied about fracking. He lied about fracking. There are multiple videos of him saying that he would ban it. He was against it. Kamala Harris, I think she came out and said the same thing.
I have never said I oppose fracking.
You said it on tape.
I did. Show the tape. Put it on your website.
I'll put it on.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
What about, say, stopping fracking and stopping new pipeline infrastructure?
Exactly.
No new fracking.
You got to transition away from it. Look, you're going to ban fracking all across America right now, right?
I would love to.
Yeah, I'd love to too. I'd love to make sure we can't use any oil or gas, period. So look in my eyes. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel.
We aren't using little fossil fuels.
What? Hold on. Now, I don't know why he would just say that, because there's video evidence. Like, that was like, dude, you literally just sat there and lied on national TV. And it's so funny because after the debate, Trump held true to his promise. He tweeted Joe the video, which is like super petty of Trump, but Trump is like the petty king. Like, he doesn't care. And I think that's why America loves him, because he don't care. And I love that President Trump was on him once again. Like, Joe, you just lost Pennsylvania. And it's so funny that that Trump has no shame, and I think he just resonates with people. It's like he keeps it real. Number three, this is nothing new to Joe, and that's the gaffes. He had several gaffes last night. For one, it was the whole Abraham Lincoln thing. I wasn't quite sure where he was going with it. And when he first said out, he was like, oh, Abraham Lincoln. I was like, well, maybe he's alluding to the fact that President Trump has said that he's done more for black people more than anybody except for Abraham Lincoln. So I was like, maybe he's alluding to that, but then he drifted into the racist thing. So I wasn't quite sure. And if you look at Trump's facial expression, he was like, I don't even know what this man is talking about. I don't even know how to respond to this, but I'm just going to attempt to respond. So he made that little, I don't know what that was. But then a funny gaffe was when he referred to the Proud Boys as the poor boys. I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but I was like, poor boy? I was like, isn't that a Louisiana thing? Poor boy? I love poor boys. I don't know about y'all. I love poor boys. But yeah, he was like, oh, the poor boys. And like, I'm on Twitter. I'm watching like this unfold and people are going ham. It's so funny. And I'm like, what? Okay, so he did that. I think a couple more times. He was stumbling, bumbling over his words. And I think he tried to say something. And like the last end of the sentence didn't even come out. I was like, that's not even... like, I don't even know what you said. But yeah, so I think people caught on to that. As the debate went on, it became more and more frequent. I think people picked up on that, or at least the smart people picked up on that. The gaffes began to come more frequently, and it was just a mess. Number 4. Now, Kamala Harris did this too, and she didn't do well with people. People don't like the smug little laugh. And Joe Biden did that on several occasions. That just didn't sit right with me. It was like that little maniacal, like, like laugh. And I wasn't feeling that. I don't think the American people were feeling that. And it was just like, anytime Trump addressed something that was controversial, he gave this little laugh. I don't know. I guess the candidates don't realize that like you have a camera on you and most of the time it's split screen so we can see what you're doing. Even though like they were turning mics off, you could hear him chuckle. And I just thought that was like uncalled for. It was just like a little maniacal laugh. But I don't think the American people were feeling that. They didn't feel it when Kamala did it. So Joe, lay off the maniacal laugh. Like, defend your point, defend your policy. The laughing is just irrelevant to me. Now, 4 kind of leads into like 4.5, which is he also used the laugh to evade serious questions. He just kind of laughed it off, literally, and wouldn't address certain things. And I think the media has been very soft on Joe. They haven't thrown him any curveballs, whereas with Trump, they're throwing like fast pitches, curveballs, everything, you name it. With Joe, it's more like a underhanded pitch. It's not a curveball, and it's just... ask some real questions. Ask questions that Americans want to know. The whole Hunter Biden issue came up, and he really didn't delve into it. He didn't really address it. I think he claimed it as false, but I'm like, there's his laptop's out there, so I don't know what you're talking about. So the little laugh to kind of laugh off the attempt to not answer the serious questions, again, did not sit well with America. Joe, get it together. And number 5, the most important. Where did Joe Biden go wrong? He went up against a calculated and prepared Trump. In the first debate, it was very erratic. It was very emotional. This time, Trump came very calm, composed, and I think he appealed to a bigger mass of people when he's calm. Typical Trump supporters know. He's very... how do I want to say it? Trump is very loud. He's very bombastic. He's very out there, and he's nowhere near soft-spoken. But in this debate, I think he catered to and was able to bring in a lot more people with his calm and subtle demeanor. He was throwing jabs, but he was respectful. I think that resonated with a lot of people, and the fact that he came calm and he was calculated in his moves, I think Joe Biden was not ready for that. He thought he was going to get another round 1, but I don't know why, because you learn from your mistakes. So Trump came very composed, ready, armed and ready to take on Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, he fell exactly into Trump's plan. Because I think Trump noticed that if you let Joe Biden talk, he'll reveal himself. if he talks long enough, he will reveal himself, no doubt. And that's what he did in this. And every time he did it, Trump was there to remind him, hey, you just lost that state. Hey, you just lost this group of people. And I think jab after jab after jab, slam dunk for President Trump. So Joe Biden, you went up against a prepared and calculated Trump. You couldn't win from the gate. With that being said, that concludes my analysis of the final presidential debate. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to say thank you to all my lovely new subscribers. I am trying to plan a giveaway. My channel's growing a little bit faster than I can keep up with. So I wanted to do 1,000 subscriber giveaway, blew that out the water. And then now I'm up to almost 7,000. So I guess when I get to 10,000, I should do a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. But as time goes on, I'll address that more. But just something to look forward to say thank you to you guys. I love you. And always, one tribe, one vibe. Deuces.